Nick Cannon. You need to take the N and drop it and put a D in front of it. Call yourself Dick Cannon. Instead of Dick Gregory or Dick Tracy, Dick Cannon. The nigga who get your daughter pregnant in one shot.
Kanye West, now known as Ye, said he is terminating his deal with the retailer for failing to meet obligations in the agreement.
Nice suits.
So moving on to the next story here. And as you know, we always are using the copyright disclaimer under the section 107 of the Copyright 1976, Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research. Fair uses are use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And we will be using this for news commenting. Okay, let's move on to the next story, y'all. The brother Kanye West is now talking about he is done with Gap. Let's see what he's talking about here.
Ye said he is terminating his deal with the retailer for failing to meet obligations in the agreement, including product distribution and opening Yeezy Gap stores. Joining us now to discuss, we've got a surprise guest for you, is Ye himself. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So talk to us about what happened here. Why are you terminating this deal with Gap?
Well, it was always a dream of mine to be at the Gap and to bring the best product possible to the masses. And I always talk to them about doing products for $20, like the best product in the world, designed at the same level of the top fashion houses in the world at $20 for the people. And so we went through 3 years, and obviously there's always like struggles and back and forth when you're trying to build something new and integrate teams. So we designed an entire collection, and actually I wasn't able to set the actual price that I wanted for this collection, and then they actually took one of the shirts and sold it for $19. So didn't price my stuff. Priced my stuff at like $200 and above their whole price point normally, and then did the exact shirt for $20. Also, they did pop-ups, and I signed on with them because they had in the contract they said they were going to do stores, and they just ignored us about building stores constantly, and it was very frustrating. It was very disheartening because I just put everything I had. I put all of my top relationships. I went and got Demna, the head designer of Balenciaga, which is one of the hottest brands in the world, to come. He does couture, and with that relationship, he ended up working on a Gap collection for me. There are a lot of things, colorways that I didn't approve. There's a lot of places that the product went to, certain sites where it was like they were just dog and pony and the idea around town. And sometimes I would talk to the guys, the heads up, the leaders, and it would just be like I was on mute or something. And they totally, our agenda, it wasn't aligned. And I know, my family, we're Garmentos. My family, we made the first Louis Vuitton bootleg jogging suits. When they used to confiscate the bags at LAX, that's actually literally my family that would cut up cut up those bags and make jogging suits. We literally would make cross colors. Yeah, you know, this is because people always think of things like the celebrity. This kind of, I wouldn't have been so influential in clothing language. I like that, but I like the word language better than aesthetic, because the language is a base. Aesthetic is just a style. It's a language that me and Virgil and Dimna and Jerry Lorenzo and Matt Williams brought in streetwear, in this like Mark Echoes complex idea of what it is today, what high schools look like today. And everyone knows that, you know, I'm the leader, I'm the king, right? So a king can't live in someone else's castle. A king has to make his own castle.
And he just took the words right out of my mouth. Because what I was going to say was, Kanye, you doing a deal with the Gap. You don't own the Gap. Why do a deal with the Gap when you can do what you want to do for your own? But I understand you want to do the collaboration with a company, with a brand that's a worldwide brand, but you can't get mad at them, you know, when they try to be snakes. Like you said, you can't be a king in a house. You know what I'm saying? You know, it don't even matter if you got a contract with some of these people. They are still going to try to F you over. It is just the law of the land, you know, and I respect Kanye for standing on his own. I mean, you know, for voicing his opinion and showing it, but he's doing the same thing that Dame did. You dealing with Def Jam, you dealing with the Jewish people at, you know, when he was doing Rockaware, like you taking these people money and you doing stuff under their brand house, and you want to come in there and control what they do or how they do it or this, that, and the other. And at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they do no matter how big you are in hip hop. You're not bigger than Gap. Your name might be big, but even with the Yeezys, you Yeezy, but you are distributed by Adidas. You not Adidas, nigga. Like you got to start thinking, Kanye, of how do you use them to make you one of them? Stop blowing up on them before you find yourself in the Dame position. You know what I'm saying? Try to use the Jay-Z snake approach and figure out and learn, and then you standing next to them. Stop being so emotional. And I understand what he's saying. Yo, I make a joint that I want to sell at the low price point with my name attached to it. But they know that your name, they could put $1,000 hoodie and it's gonna fly off the shelves. So why would they do something with Yeezy and price pointed at 20 when they basic brands they could do that with? And if they're gonna bring a Yeezy in there on a brand, of course they're gonna try to up the dollar on it, because your price point or you already created a high price point consumer. Your fans run out there and wear that ugly ass Balenciaga orthopedic ass looking ass shoes. Them niggas go out there and buy that Balenciaga bullshit. We don't buy it. You got fans that like that price point because you and Kim and y'all introduced them to it. So of course the Gap is looking right at that, like, oh nigga, you don't know you're a high-end You want to do a hoodie? All right, we do a hoodie. You want to sell for 20? Okay, 500. Fuck Kanye you talking about. 500. And then you're gonna get mad, hey, you know, and the only thing you can do is terminate your contract, but you can't terminate your contract. You're gonna have to fulfill your contract or get that money back to terminate that contract. So all he gonna really do is y'all keeping it real is fulfill whatever deal he got with them, and then he ain't gonna deal with them no more. But at that point, even at this point, Kanye already brought his fan base to Gap. A lot of people that never wore Gap or wouldn't wear Gap went and brought Yeezy Gap stuff. So it don't matter now. Even now, what you saying you ain't dealing with Gap is only going to make more people go run and get the exclusive or to be able to have something from you from Gap because you're not going to deal with it no more. And now that item is going to become a collector's piece. If you know fashion, like we know fashion, because it's going to be, yo, remember the Yeezy Gap joints? If it ain't going to, you got to collect, you got to have it. Because in the future, it's going to be worth something to those people that's into fashion. I'm actually going to get me a goddamn Yeezy Gap hoodie. Let's go on the Gap website, y'all, and see. What's the price points on let's see. Gap even made a whole page for this dude. Here you go. I hope ain't nobody buying that to wear. I really hope that ain't no goddamn item. Oh, I see what Kanye talking about. These motherfucking hoodies $240, but his people are going to buy it. So look, the Dove hoodie is $240. This hoodie here, $260. Okay. The Dove long sleeve tees, $140. And these ain't nothing but regular hoodies, dude. Women's long sleeve bodysuits. Women's long leggings, $140. Foldable cap. Flame cap. So this is the Yeezy line at the Gap. Right? Yo, Kanye's out his mind. All right, now let's go back. Let's see. Let's go back to the regular Gap page and let's go to men and let's see if they duplicated that hoodie. Where is the hoodie at? That Kanye's talking about. I just can't pull up hoodies. Oh, here we go. Active. Where's the hoodie Kanye talking about? Is it this the Gap hoodie? It is kind of weird because look. They hoodies is $40, right? Normal Gap hoodie is just $40, $44. Why would you go and up price point Kanye hoodie for $240? And y'all selling hoodies for $40. Is it because this little angel in the back? What the fuck is this? So these are all the hoodies. It's the same hoodie. Same hoodie, and they're going to jump it up to $240 because Kanye name on it. When it's actually, they done added $200 on the hoodie for Kanye name. Like, they tripping.